welcome to BioBanshee. I'm Casey.
And I'm Randall.
Alright, we just finished lothering, so now we're going to go find the Dalish
Can
and
we
get
please?
their help.
Can we please
Yeah.
go find the Dalish?
Our character has been waiting her whole life for this.
Her whole existence
Yeah.
has been leading up to this moment.
Yeah.
She needs some Dalish in her life.
She wants to know about the history of her people.
She needs to know the song of her people.
Yes.
Archdemon.
Yes.
Bad dreams, huh?
Must have been something I ate.
It must have been. It really must have been.
Drank more like, as in the tainted blood, remember? You
Oh
see,
yeah, from the joining.
part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
Why didn't Duncan just tell everyone that?
Right?
He did. He said
Oh.
he felt the Archdemon's presence. Everyone just assumed he
Oh.
was guessing. It takes a bit, but eventually
So
you
he
can
did
block
everything he
dreams
could,
out.
and those people didn't.
Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Thanks, Alistair.
Mm.
Any other surprises I should know about?
Right? Well, we should get him to talk
Other
a little
than
bit.
dying young and the whole defeat the blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped.
No.
Anyhow,
No.
you're up now,
No.
right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Wait, we need to talk to everyone first. Let's talk to people.
Hey, Stan. What's up?
Oh wait, look, it's those two dwarves that we
The
saved.
dwarvy folks.
It's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick at your service once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good?
Actually, you're really convenient because you're just a constant shop going around with us. We can sell all the stuff that we steal, so that's pretty great.
That's more than convenient. That's downright just perfect.
Let's me see your wares.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I like the...
The little jingle, little store jingle. Actually, let's buy some flasks so that we can make potions and poultices and whatever.
Yeah. You know, and never know when you might need a little poultice here and there.
There's Morgan over there.
She's nice and
She's
mouthy.
all the way over here because she doesn't like to hang out with anyone. She's separated herself from everyone.
Yeah.
She's a loner.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
If you must.
Did you grow up in the Karkari wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
Well, I'm just curious.
It's my favorite way of ignoring you.
Do you want to be like that?
Yes.
Alright. It's my favorite way of annoying you, Morgan.
Would it not be easier simply to poke at me with a stick?
I could give it a whirl.
I could give it a whirl.
I think I will elect to answer the question for now, if you do not mind. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time, I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
Yeah, she's got the flowery
She's
speech.
definitely well spoken.
Yeah.
No one uses the word forays.
And you remained unnoticed?
For the most part, Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring. That sounds like you.
Yes.
We're gonna have to play to her ego occasionally.
Yeah.
And foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being
Well,
rich
see, yeah.
in the wilds, and that by
She
a
crosses
chance
her
I happened
arms.
to be travelling with a merchant
Very
caravan.
pleased with herself.
Yeah.
Pointed
I like her
past,
amber-colored
I began
eyes.
shouting
Yeah.
in this strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
Very quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to
Wiles.
move through human lands fairly
She uses
easily.
her wiles.
Whatever
Uses her
humans
womanly
think a
wiles.
witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
Like shaking a hand? Like a handshake?
To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There are many nuances that Flemeth
Her
could never
space
tell me
bubbles
of.
I have
really
to
small.
agree.
Into another's eyes.
I don't really care for handshaking, but I've just
How to
become
bargain without
accustomed to it.
offending. None of these things.
I think I read
Still
somewhere
don't
that
understand it all too
handshakes
well,
are
but then I gave up
supposed to
all
be
doubt in the
a-
hope of doing so.
a gesture
When I
of
returned to
trust
Wales
because
last
you're
spring
willing
to
to
Plymouth, I had
touch the
no
other
intention
person.
of leaving.
Or something along those
Yeah.
lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go back if you like.
I have no qualm with the mission I have been set to. Flemeth was correct, like it or not. The Darkspawn are an enemy of all. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
So she knows
Yeah.
she's there for a good purpose.
Yeah. For the greater good. Hey, Stan.
The greater good.
Why are we stopping?
Let's just get
Direct.
a few things straight, buddy.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
I need to know if I can trust you at my back.
Well said.
I am Kunari. I have given my word to aid you. We are not people of idle promises.
You said you were in the army?
I am.
Why would the Kunari send soldiers here?
Yeah.
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world.
You didn't really answer my question.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
I've never seen a Canary before. Tell me about your people.
Alright.
No.
No.
Please.
Please?
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
Oh,
A little
man.
hostile, aren't we?
Yeah.
Many humans have said that to me. I do not understand it. If I were indeed hostile, you would be bleeding.
So, this is you being calm and helpful?
Yeah.
Couldn't you tell?
You know what? Just follow orders and you'll do fine.
Yeah.
As you wish.
I think we know where we stand with Sten.
Alright, yeah. He just... He's great. Liliana,
Yes?
let's talk.
Well, here I am.
This vision of yours.
Aye.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain.
It's time to break the truth, lady.
In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell. And the darkness drew me in.
So it's just a dream. Why say it's a vision?
Good question.
I have had dreams. This was different somehow. When I woke,
She was smoking
I
some
went to
wacky
the
backy.
gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled.
That's just
The
how
ugliest
rose
thing
bushes
you ever
look
saw.
when they're not, when
There
they're
it
dormant.
was.
They look
A
like
single
dead
beautiful
roots.
rose.
That's just how they
It was
look.
as
Don't
though
tell me they're
the
playing on
maker stretched
Moses.
out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
Yep, they're playing on Moses.
A little. Burning bush.
This
Budding
made
rose.
you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the Blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything?
I suppose I couldn't sit by either.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a Blight to stop.
Let's pet the dog and then talk to Alistair.
Oh, why, you little...
Did you jump to the side of your own shadow again, Alistair?
Oh, you're so funny. Such rapier wit. Your furry friend here took offence at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Well, you got near his food. I would take offense at that.
Well, he is a war dog.
Yeah, well, he is, yeah.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Aww, puppy. He's not mangy.
I'd like to ask you
Ask
something.
away.
How big is it? Oh, that's not an option.
No, it's not. Yet.
Yes.
Tell me about the Grey Wardens. Let's find out
as
about
they
them. Where are the nearest ones?
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
He's too new to the Order to really know.
Right. Will we need to start rebuilding the Order?
I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be 2 of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere.
So we're gonna have to find some things, I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, that's why we have to ask for help from using those treaties, because we can't all have a way to contact the other Grey Wardens.
What happened if we just left?
Just
You
left.
and me.
Just left for Eldon? I don't know.
Everyone would
If
die.
there's an archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it. And that means the Blight would grow unchecked. Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere.
It was just a hypothetical question. Come on now. I wasn't serious.
It's okay. It's alright.
So what happens now?
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually.
He keeps
Though
saying
who knows
someone.
what Loghain's people
Yeah.
are.
So I have a feeling we're gonna meet
Maybe
someone.
That's a good
we could
guess.
try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
So how did you become a Grey Warden, Alistair?
Yeah.
Let's hear your
Same way you
backstory.
did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
That's a good summary of the
He's a little
joining.
cheeky. Haha. Very funny. Keep talking.
I do my best. What can I say? Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my
knew
skills.
that.
Your
You were a
skills.
mage hunter.
Oh, what skills might those be?
Besides doing your own
It
hair.
wasn't an easy life.
Yeah.
I don't know whether
Yeah.
or not you've noticed, but I'm not exactly the Chantry type. The Grand Cleric didn't want
He
to...
couldn't deal with the whole celibacy thing.
Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did? I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
Why did the Grand Cleric want to keep you?
I wondered. It's not as if she valued me highly. I think she just didn't want to give anything to the Grey Wardens, is all.
Right.
Chantry didn't lose much.
I think she
And
wanted
I
his
think I could
body.
do more fighting the Blight anyhow, rather than sitting
She
in a
wanted to
tent
climb his
somewhere.
Alistairs.
I've always been thinking about it.
We'll have
If
to
it
use
hadn't
that
been for
later.
him, you know, I wouldn't have.
Oh, yeah, Duncan. Oh.
He was a good man.
He was a good man. He helped us escape from those
Good man,
nasty
didn't deserve his fate.
humans who tried to
That
attack
much
us.
I'm sure of. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking.
He just almost saved the king.
Oh, we went up 1 point.
Well, there we go.
That's good.
There we go. That'll help us later.
All right. Are we done talking for now? You want to move on?
Let's go get them Dalish.
Let's go find a Dalish. I think we need to bring Alistair with us, and Sten and Morgan. Do you like that team?
Yes.
Alright.
Whoosh.
We don't really need Liliana because we're a rogue, so and we're an archer, so we have her abilities anyway.
Yeah.
Plus, since Catherine's not really the religious type, I don't think she would really care for Liliana too much.
Yeah.
And if we bring Sten, we'll get more ambient dialogue than if we bring the dog. The edge of the Brazilian forest, the dangers of which are well recorded in local legends. That's where the Dalish are, so let's go.
Let's.
Hold, outsider. You may be of my kind, but you are not Dalish. Why are you here?
Ooh, very nice facial tattoos.
Yes.
I wish to enter your camp.
Why?
I have business with your leader, actually.
And what business is that?
I will tell that to the keeper, and no else.
We can persuade pretty much whoever we want.
Yes,
so.
we can.
Seeing as you are obviously no simple trespasser, I will leave it to the keeper to decide the importance of your business. In the camp, I suggest you keep your hands to yourself, and remember that our arrows are still trained on you. Follow me.
I see we have guests. Who are these strangers, Mithra?
Do you
I
recognize
have
that
precious little
voice?
patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
It's a little harder to recognize
This one
because
claims
he's
to have
showing
important business
emotion.
with our people.
I see. Tell me, stranger,
It's Tim
what business
Russ,
could you possibly have with us?
the actor who plays Tuba.
Oh my god, I can hear it now.
We must
Yeah.
deal with, as you can see.
I come representing the Grey Wardens.
You might have simply said so to begin with. Masiranus, Mithra, you may return to your post.
I can totally hear it now.
Yes. Yes.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Zathrian, the keeper of this clan, its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are?
I think normally she's not very nice to strangers, but I think because she's been waiting to meet the Dalish her whole life.
True.
I
would
think
be a little
she
more
would
forgiving.
really kind of go out of her way to really kind of be nice to them and get on their good side, you know?
Yeah.
My name's Catherine. A pleasure to meet you.
If you came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
Yes, it seems like you've had your own troubles. What are the odds?
So their first reaction to trouble is to flee from it. Curious.
I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago.
Yes?
Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me.
Okie dokie. Ooh, the blight has come to them.
The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us.
Ooh,
They
werewolves.
And though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we
So they
speak.
don't have the
Even with
blight,
all our
they
magic
have
and healing skill, we will
werewolf
eventually be forced to
disease.
slay our brethren
Lycanthropy.
from becoming
Yeah.
beasts. The blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry.
Well, let's just fix that right up for you. Why did these beasts attack you?
Yeah.
They are savage and unrelenting. They need no reason to attack anyone. What is curious, however, is the ambush.
Yeah.
We expect werewolves to be no more cunning than a rabid wolf. The ambush suggests a level of intelligence we've never seen before.
Maybe they aren't as unintelligent as you think.
Aye.
I doubt that. The very curse that is in their blood fills them with an unreasoning rage that precludes any true thought.
Is there no way to help your men?
Yeah.
The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself, and that would be no trivial task to retrieve.
I'm good at non-trivial tasks.
Yeah.
Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan.
I'll find this Witherfang for you.
I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brazilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see.
Lions and tigers.
Where there is so much the veil separating the
bears,
spirit realm
spiders.
from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits
Demons.
to possess
Demons.
things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck.
Let's talk to
I'm
Lanaya.
Daranatishan, Grey Warden. My name is Lanaya. I am Zathrian's first, what you might call an apprentice, perhaps. I've been studying under
Number
the keeper
one.
all my life.
She's the number
A
one.
bit curious of the outside world. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two?
Oh, you have questions for me? Sure, go ahead.
If you like.
I hear the human cities are very large. Thousands upon thousands of souls, all packed together in their houses. Is that true?
So she's kind of the antithesis
Right.
of our character.
She wants to know about the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been trapped out here in the woods. Help! Yes, there's
Yes.
some larger.
How very loud that must be with everyone talking all at once. I try to imagine those of our people living in such a place, surrounded by walls of stone and indifference. It is a difficult thought.
It isn't an easy life for them.
Yeah, that's true.
What about you? What was life like amongst the humans?
It was crap.
The life I had was ruined by a human nobleman.
Ah, I'm saddened to hear that. You have my sympathies. It is said that one day we will have a land of our own. We Dalish gather the ancient wisdom in preparation for this. When that day comes, all elves, even those who have forgotten, will reclaim their former glory. I have one more question, though I'm not sure you can answer it. Do the humans ever regret what they did to us?
No.
It depends on the human. I think some of them do, but not all humans are the same.
Yeah.
Like Alistair.
He's so young. He didn't really do anything to
Well,
them.
yeah, I mean, what was done to them was done hundreds of years ago, so no one is alive who actually did anything to them originally. But I think they're, like, Alistair would be the kind of human who would, like, feel bad about what the humans did, you know?
Yeah. Like slavery today.
Right.
But some
White
okay
people
with it.
feel sad about what happened in the past, and some just don't give a crap.
Some want to fly their flag.
Yeah.
And yet, even if some regret, they do nothing.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, here we go.
Them
Yeah.
Before the fall
Here
of
we
the
go.
Dales.
Man, cultural
Like
relativity
dragons,
all
they
over the
I
place.
know, right?
fly upon wings. Like dragons, they savage, fearsome, pretty things. But you don't need me to quote poetry to you. Forgive me. Perhaps you have some questions of your own.
Indeed. Tell me more about yourself.
I'm hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans. Not too
Oh.
different from you, I imagine. I came to the Dalish at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from.
What? So how did you come here if you weren't born here?
My parents were servants to a human merchant whose caravans plied the southern routes. One day, bandits killed him, and my parents both. I was the only survivor, just a young girl, and the bandits took me. I was their servant for several years.
Oh,
Ooh.
that must have been horrible.
It was, though long years of reflection have allowed me to come to terms with it, to put them in perspective.
I can only imagine what would have happened had the clan not saved me from them. I owe them my life for that, and more.
So you were rescued by the Dalish.
The bandits killed a scout when the clan passed near their camp. When the clan discovered him, Zathrian came looking for his killers. He followed their tracks for almost a month, and when he finally caught up to us, he fell on the bandits like a terror.
Ooh,
no one could
so he's
stop
got
him.
a temper.
I sat there and I watched him attack them in a blur, and I reveled in every blow. When he saw me, the fury in his eyes turned to pity. He took me back to the clan, and I've been here ever since.
Good on you, Zathrian.
Yeah. What can you tell me about him?
Nothing that you could not ask Zathrian himself. He is the keeper of this clan and has been for a very long time. He is also a very good man who has lost much. The Dalish are everything to him, and he would do anything to protect them.
She sounds
Lost
a little,
much?
just a little. She drinks the Kool-Aid a little for the Dalish, but they saved her, so
Right.
she's kind of gotta.
Lost much? What has he lost?
Right.
Lost his family a very long time ago. I don't know the story, but I understand the circumstances were horrific.
Oh, that's sad. So...
Why are the Dalish so hostile?
They have reason. Since the days of Arlathan, my people have been either subjugated or homeless.
I think this is what she would say. Because she knows a little bit, but not that much. They're called the Dalish because they were given the Dales, even though that's not where they're originally from. I think she would be confused. Your homeland was called the Dales, I thought.
That was our second homeland. Our first was the great city of Arlathan. The Dales came when they were freed from enslavement. Elves everywhere journeyed hundreds and thousands of miles.
So the Dales is kind of like Oklahoma for the Native
They
Americans.
called it the Long Walk. They reached the
Like-
Dales.
Oh, the long walk,
They
even.
took
One day it was
all of their
taken
land
to-
away and then forced them to walk to this new place.
This is really starting to hit close to home.
I know.
Wow.
I
see
can
why
see
you
why
resent.
you resent humans.
Yeah.
Shemlin, we call them. Quick children. I suppose it takes a certain arrogance to look upon another people as children, no? Perhaps we should be more heedful of our own role in Arlathan's loss. Even so, it was a bitter lesson to learn. One we are not grateful for.
Don't blame you. Is there no way to get on your clan's good side?
Yeah.
It requires an individual to prove he is not the outsider we have come to expect. Your
All
own
right,
task to
let's
help
do
our
that
clan
then.
certainly step
We're
in
going to
the
have
right
to go
direction.
take care with the Fang.
Yeah. Let's get some codices. Andruil, goddess of the hunt. Silas, the hearthkeeper. Silas Silas. I don't know how to say that.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Ferrothorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Ferrothorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest.
I like the hand gestures.
Chop,
of this
chop.
Please
game.
forgive my distraction, stranger. Is there something that you need?
What do you make here?
I'm the clan's craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest. Ironbark. The keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
Well, I'll find some for you.
Yeah.
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. Now, if you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it.
Yes, let's get some equipments.
Yeah.
Holla!
What is that smell? Must we muck about in the animal pens now?
Morgan's kind of prissy.
Isn't she?
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the Hala, I did not hear your approach.
Who are you?
My name is Alora. I am the Master Herder in charge of caring for the Hala. Not as exciting as being a Grey Warden, but the Hala are vital to us.
What is a Hala?
They are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel. What humans call land ships. They are our companions and our guides.
I like their horns.
I do too.
They're kind of cool.
They're almost Ibexian.
You make them sound like friends.
Aye.
That is exactly what they are, in fact. We ride the Hala, but never with reins or a saddle. It is the Hala who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship, and not servitude.
I like that.
Yeah.
So why have you separated this one?
I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack.
Oh.
I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery. For her sake, as well as that of the others.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
I don't. If we had built up our survival skill, then we could help. But we haven't done that. So I won't see what happens.
And? What do you think?
No, we don't know
I
anything.
truly
I
cannot
can't
tell.
I am glad you attempted it regardless.
I'm sorry, I tried my best.
I know. It was kind of you to try.
We really should leave it up to them what they want to do. It's not really our place to do anything.
I will watch her for a while longer and see if her condition changes. I am grateful for your assistance, friend.
Gillenan, Mother of the Hala. I kind of like the noises they make.
You sound a lot like deer.
Yeah. Cyril.
We few wanderers greet you, friend. We do not see many of our city brethren here in the woods. Would you help us break our fast?
Sure, I'd like that.
Come then and sit. Join us by the fire. I am Cyril, the clan's tale-teller.
I wish that was
understand
still
you
a
are venturing
thing
into the
for
haunted
for
forest.
like communities
Save
to
our
have
hunters.
storytellers.
It is in the American Indian.
Yeah.
In vain.
It
An
is.
entire
We
group
rely
of
upon it
hunters went into the
heavily.
forest
Yeah.
to do as you intend, and they have not returned.
I like the oral
TV.
tradition.
It's much
I
better.
love audiobooks. I'm in love with them. I feel like it's almost like going back to the oral tradition. Not exactly the same because it's still a fixed piece. It's not going to be changed. But I feel like for some stories, you just get more out of it if you're listening to it than if you're reading it.
I think if we could come close to it in the Western culture, it would be comedians.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
They keep it mentioned it.
Yes.
Then you are very brave to adventure into such a place, even knowing the danger that awaits. Your courage impresses us greatly.
You think sarcasm is going to help you, do you?
Nothing will help us now. Least of all the meddling of an outsider.
Well,
You are being
geez.
most unkind, Cyril.
Yeah.
Would you refuse our hunters' help simply because of the hand that offered it?
You shame me, Lethalan. I have allowed my bitterness to cloud my better judgment. Forgive me, Grey Warden. It is most difficult to forget the lessons the Shemlin have taught us. Perhaps I can
Yeah, I
yet
can't
make
say I
amends.
blame you for
Still,
that.
while I spin a tale for our children.
Or at least he
I will
apologized.
tell you of the forest if you desire.
Yes, I'd like that.
Aye.
Come and join us then, all of you. Now, what say we tell the story of the fall of the Dales? Which of you children knows that best?
I think I do.
Yes? Then come, child. Oh, don't be frightened of the outsiders. Now, where do you suppose such a tale should begin?
When we were slaves?
Yes. Long ago, our people were slaves to an empire the Shemlin had built on the darkest magic.
Alistair even looks pretty good sitting down.
He's got his hand on his knee
How
there.
freaking weird is it to be attracted to a digital character?
Don't even, get me started, because...
What's wrong with this?
When I first played this game in college, I was a little obsessed with Alistair. A little. More than a little.
Kind of like I fell for Cullen so quickly.
Yeah. Well, I
think they
that's
do that
good
on
writing
purpose.
for you.
Right.
We began to rebuild the culture and history we had lost in our years of slavery. We worshipped the creators and made the Dales our home. Perhaps you know what happened next, stranger. Do you know what happened to the Dales?
Yeah, you invaded.
Indeed. They resented that we would not worship their maker, and they resented our ways because they were so different.
Shaking the head.
The Shemlin nations grew cold towards the Dales. They called us blasphemers and tyrants, and declared war upon us. A great crusade.
Sounds familiar.
A wee bit.
I don't really like these options.
It's a war we started, I'm told.
Yeah.
Told by whom? A history that has been dictated by the victors.
Very
no doubt.
true.
Oh, I am certain we played a part.
The
in
Chantry doesn't want to admit guilt.
That the Shemlin would not revoke their
The
prophet's
church?
gift.
No.
Likely, we were wrong. They took our lands.
Interesting
forcing
how
us
this
to
Pope
abandon
is
our gods
pissing
and live as
people
beggars in
off.
Shemlin cities.
I know, I love him.
No. You know the College of Cardinals is just crapping down both
know.
legs. Ooh.
Is it not the Kunari way to force others to submit? Surely that would not be your advice to my people, were they attacked by the mighty Kunari.
That would be different. The Kunari would improve your people. The humans have improved nothing.
That sounds very Borg.
So many of us did.
A little.
We fought.
They've even sort of
we
got
lost.
this community hive mind mentality to them.
Tune.
Yeah.
Blazoned the symbols of the creators upon their flesh and vowed to keep their ancient lore
branded
alive.
That's us. That's the Dalish.
Indeed, child. We chose to wander, homeless, rather than be ruled by the Shemlin. And all our clans wander alone until the day we have a homeland once more.
And we bring the old ways back to our people, because they have forgotten it all.
For we are the Dalish, the keepers of the lost lore.
The walkers of the lonely path.
We are the Elvenar.
I like the semblance of the
shall we
facial
submit.
tattoos, and
Yeah.
there's similarities with Maori.
Oh,
facial
yeah.
tattoos.
Yeah, some of them are, yeah. Some of them are kind of Celtic looking, and some
Yeah.
of them are more Maori looking.
Yeah.
It's sort of a combo of a bunch of different native cultures. Thank you. I enjoyed it very much.
Yes.
Perhaps one day you will tell us a tale of your people. A day when you are not guest and stranger, but savior. Now, as I said I would, I can tell you what
Is
I know
that
of the
foreshadowing?
Brazilian forest.
I think so a bit. Just a wee bit.
All right. I'm going to call it a part there. This has been BioBanshee. I'm Casey.
And I'm Randall.
See you next time.
Ciao for now.